As climate change continues to grow as an issue for the business community, many companies are becoming anxious about both their reputations and also bottom lines. Words such as emissions trading and carbon tax are destined to become fixtures in any business plan, and organisations know environmental sustainability is also an important issue for customers and staff. Well, I'm joined now by Geoff, the Chief Executive Officer of Pacific Environment Limited, an environmental business consultancy. Geoff, thank you so much for coming in this evening.
Thanks, Bridie.
Firstly, tell us about your company.
Sure, Bridie. We're an organisation which is focused on environmental sciences. So, an organisation that looks after, the impact that emissions are having every day around the world. So, clients such as BHP and Rio Tinto trying to understand in planning and both regulatory side of things, so that we're designed to, do full consultancy to make sure their planning is right. So, very busy at the moment.
And you've launched your IPO today.
Today? Big day today.
Yes. I bet. Now tell us why. Why have you decided to do that?
Well, I think it really is in turn because of the growth that we're going through and to capitalise that growth properly. So while our consultancy businesses have been expanding very quickly, we've also brought to market some technology which we're going to be exporting around the world. We have our first sites already in place. So to do that justice and to give it scale, bringing the business to the general market is key right now, and good market support. Yeah.
How much are you hoping to raise, and what's the time frame?
Yeah, well, it opens today, and we're raising up to 16 million in this first raising, and we should close around the 12th of December.
And what do you want to do with that money raised?
Yes, it's to strengthen our consultancy business, to keep that growing, and obviously we've been doing a lot of work in the United States and through Europe, but we think there's a tremendous opportunity to scale further there. But more importantly, we have some technologies that we're going to bring to market, and that requires proper resourcing and drive to drive into Europe further. So
how many businesses are you consultancies are you looking at acquiring then?
When we float, we'll have 4 consultancy businesses, which are primarily based in Australia, but do business through Asia and Europe, and some in the States. And then we'll look to make some key acquisitions over the next 12 to 18 months past there.
Sounds very interesting. And looking at the technology, are you able to talk much about that yet, or? Sure.
We have our first site down in Melbourne, which tracks the emissions, so it's an actual real-time carbon and pollutant tracking system, so you can go onto the web and see your actual emissions, which obviously from a regulator's point of view is a good thing, and from a stakeholder's perspective is a strong position. So if you're conforming or not, as you mentioned, carbon trading of course is a key ingredient. We're able to actually track emissions at 2-minute intervals, so you know exactly where you stand real time.
Wow. So just quickly as well, I mean, looking at the sector in general, are you seeing a real growth of consultancy businesses, environmental consultancies?
Yes, I mean, there's a growth in general. I mean, there's a bit of a wave of the companies that are trying to install cheap lights, and I guess they would be on the more speculative side of things. We would be more orientated towards the serious end of the path. There has been a lot of talk about the pollution index in this last 24 hours in New South Wales, where the whole metropolitan area was actually scoped for full pollutants. Well, it was actually our team that did that on behalf of the New South Wales government. So we tend to play at the serious end of town, and but it's a competitive market.
All very interesting. Geoff, CEO of PEL, thank you so much for coming in this evening.
Thank you, Bridie.